Hey guys, thanks for coming back to the channel. In this video, we're going to build this sweet side table. It does this. It's good for this. Alright, let's check out the video. See how we built it. So I have these good oak boards right here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a nice straight edge on them with the table saw and the straightening jig. Glue it up, and then we're going to use the router sled that we built in the other video to make two nice slabs for the top and the bottom of the table. So let's get the straightening jig set up, and I know you've seen this 100 times. Let's zoom past that. You saw in the previous part of the video, we went ahead and got good edges on those oak boards. Now we're just going to glue them up for slabs. And I'm going to put some wax paper down on my worktop here because the wood glue doesn't stick so good to the wax paper, and it certainly will not glue it to my workbench. So if you want to watch me take down some wax paper, stay tuned. I'll zoom through it. If not, skip to the next part.
This is glue. Strong stuff.
Alright, now we're going to let it dry. See you tomorrow. Or just the next part of the video will be my tomorrow, but you know what I mean. This is that oak slab that we finished for the top of the table. And here I am on my flattening jig. It's kind of my new favorite tool in the shop. I use it as a whole bunch, as much as I can for any number of projects. Let's go ahead and zoom past this. These cuts right here are the 24-inch 2x4s that I'm going to use for the base of the table. Remember, I said I only used one of the oak tops. Alright guys, so I'm going to say that router bit works a whole lot better than the rabbiting bit. So real quick advice right here. If you're going to build a router sled, get a flattening bit. It's just going to work just better. Now I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. Make sure it's flat. Let's do the other side. Alright, time for some constructioneering here. You just saw in the previous part, I went ahead and cut the legs, or at least rough cut. These aren't legs, they're uprights. Here's the base. We sanded it down. I'm going to make feet for the bottom of this, because this part still has to slide underneath the couch, but I'm going to make feet yay big so it slides underneath there. Here, I'm guessing, remember these are just rough cut, so they're not to scale or size or anything. And then this top made out of the oak, it's pretty heavy. All right, can you see that? Back it up a little bit here. Top be stained real nice. This will all be some kind of farmhouse white or farmhouse gray. I might leave it cantilevered a little bit. Just give me more surface area on the top of the table. The bottom's pretty stout and heavy, so I'm not worried about it toppling over. And then I'm going to probably put a shelf in here you know, just for junk. Yeah. Let's go and get this done. All right. What you see me doing here is using the top of the table to set the width on my table saw, and then I'll just use it to cut the base of the table to the same width as the top. Next thing I'm going to do is make all edges nice and square and cut it to its final length. Here I switched over to using my DIY track saw so I can cut the top to its overall length. And here I am standing in front of the camera so you can't see anything because I'm, professional. Here I am measuring the top to its final length. The final length of the top is going to be 27 inches, which of course is longer than the length of the base, but I'm going to cantilever it to one side just to kind of steal those extra couple of inches. All right, so these kind of vertical pieces on the table, just a little bit of glue, hold them in place. They're all square and they're all lined up. I don't really have a good way to make them sit real good. So I push them down, I squeeze the glue out. I'm gonna let them sit. Once it dries up enough, I'm gonna flip the whole thing over, screw them in from the bottom so we're secure and we're right. But right now, they're glued in, good to go. So let's take a time out and let them dry. Time out. All right, this is what we got. Here's the base of the table. Here's those uprights that we glued and let sit overnight. I actually came out last night to put the screws in like we're gonna do now, but one of the legs wasn't ready. It was still kind of, loose and not really attached. Because it's cold out here in the shop at night, so the glue doesn't want to set up. So what we're gonna do is simply going to drill and countersink a hole, put a nice 2.5, 3-inch screw into each leg or each upright, hold it in place, and then we're going to move on to building some feet. So come and check that out. Making some feet here out of the same stock that I milled up for the uprights on the table. I'm just going to cut them 1/2 inch thick, and then we're going to glue them to the bottom of the table. The overall bottom of the table has to be less than 2 inches because that's the space underneath my couch that's going to slide under. Using a 1/2 inch round over bit here, real nice, classy. Guys, in order to keep all of these knots in this pine wood from bleeding through the paint and leaving kind of yellow stains on the light color gray or white I'm going to use, I'm going to spray the whole thing with shellac. When you spray with shellac, you can paint over it, nothing bleeds through. Perfect. All right, we're gonna paint the base of this, sofa table. I got Glidden Diamond interior paint and primer. I don't know if you can see it, some kind of off-white color. Oops paint, of course, $10. Supposed to be advanced leveling, super durable. Let's see how this works. Hey, so this was a big topic of debate here in our house to try to get the tabletop to be the right color. We finally wound up going with dark walnut stain, and the tabletop is made out of red oak. So when you see it all done, it comes out real nice. I hope this helps you decide maybe to use the right stain in the wood. Maybe this dark walnut and red oak is for you. me being the great video maker that I am, I didn't get any good shots of me screwing in these screws into the pocket holes to hold the top down. But I think you can figure it out. That's how it's going to be secured to the little uprights right there. And then I'm going to use some dowels and wood filler to fill in those holes, sand them all down, and then paint it again. That's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a shelf, and basically it's going to be a box inside those uprights. And you saw me measure one side of it, and I know that I need each side to be 2 board lengths shorter so I can kind of fit the front and back board in my little shelf box. So I hope that makes sense. That's what I did right there. I just marked out 2 board lengths to know where the new cut line is. So as you can see, I put the shelf in. The only thing I did that was maybe it'll be a little different is I sprayed this hardy board with the shellac, so you get a nice smooth paint job on there. But then other than that, you saw me cut it. I just glued it, stuck it in place, clamped it down. Just gonna wait for the glue to dry. Hey, so after the glue dried on that shelf, all I did was a little cleanup sanding, and then I painted the whole base again, so it's all finished in one nice coat of paint, and then 2 coats of polyacrylic on top. And that was it. After it was dry, I put it right in the living room. It's been there ever since. Works perfect right there next to the couch. But listen, I appreciate you watching the video all the way to the end. And if you could, like, subscribe, thumbs up, whatever. Let me know if this video inspired you to build something. Hopefully maybe to build one of those little side tables. If you do, send me some pictures. Can you put pictures in comments? I don't know. But send me some pictures or email me some pictures. Be like, hey, I built this. Just let me know what's up. And then, as always, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell the guy that holds the elevator for you in the morning, tell your grocery cashier person. Don't tell the bagger, just tell the cashier. Don't tell everybody else for us. And let's get this YouTube channel rolling. Out. Thanks, guys.